Carbs overload for the crowd starts with spinach lasagna. Wash spinach thoroughly in running water. Add water in the pan and let it boil. While waiting for the water to boil for our spinach, we have also to prepare our pan with water for our lasagna pasta. Add plenty of salt and oil and let it boil. Water is boiling, add the pasta and let it cook for 15 minutes. While the pan for the spinach is boiling, add also your spinach. Just blanch it. Once spinach has wilted, we can now remove the spinach from the pan. Place spinach in a colander and let it drain. Set it aside so the water will drain and make it cool. Lasagna pasta is cooked. We have also to drain it. We have to use a colander. Set the pasta aside and let's work on the spinach. You have to chop the spinach or cut them coarsely. After cutting the spinach, put it back on the colander. To work on our very hot spinach, we have to use 2 colanders to drain the water from it. So here I am using 2 colanders, one at the top and one at the bottom, and press it down. See all the water coming out? That's what I'm talking about. Let it drain, and if it gets cooler, you can also use your hand to squeeze out all the water from the spinach. Then we have to set it aside. Everything is set aside. We now have to work on our sauce. 1 stick of butter in a hot pan. Saute the onions, chopped onions, or finely sliced, and then add salt and pepper to sweat it. I suggest you season as you go along, because as you add ingredients, salt and pepper differs already. So just taste as you go. No specific measurements. Let the onion sweat and then add 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour and cook it light so. Once your flour has come together, it's about time to add 1 cup or 1 can of evaporated milk. Stir it, and also this is time for you to add your cream. Add your cream and then stir again. Add 5 cups of water and stir again. Add Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, soy sauce. I use the low sodium soy sauce and keep stirring. Once it's boiling, you taste again and add salt. Just continue adjusting your seasoning as you go along. Once the mixture has boiled and it's getting thicker, add your ricotta cheese. Mix it well with other ingredients and then add your spinach. The spinach that you squeezed water from. Then you have to mix them together again until the consistency of your sauce is thick. This is our white sauce. Now it looks thick enough and we're ready to assemble. In a lasagna pan, we have to put the first layer, 1 cup of our sauce. Next, you have to layer with lasagna. And then layer it again with the sauce, and then cover it with another layer of the pasta, and so on and so forth until you have reached the level of your pan. Into the oven, 30 to 45 minutes, 375 degrees. Next is our spaghetti casserole. We have to boil water and add 2 tablespoons of salt and oil to prevent the pasta from sticking to each other. And once boiling, we have to add the spaghetti pasta. Do not add your spaghetti pasta when your water is not boiling. And on the other pan, we have to saute our turkey meat. I use ground turkey here. So some oil on the pan and saute the onions. Add salt and pepper to let the onions sweat. And once you smell your onions, it's time to add your ground turkey or ground meat, ground pork, ground beef, whatever is your preference is okay. But I prefer ground turkey 85%. Add soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and mix. Season as you go along. No specific measurements. We are multitasking this time, so don't forget the pasta on the other side of the stove. And don't forget also to add your oregano on your meat. It's dried, so we just need a little bit of it. Then we have the parsley And we have the basil. Once meat is browned, add your tomato condensed soup, your tomato sauce, and your marinara sauce. This time you can also add your cheddar cheese. Spaghetti is al dente. Now we have to season again our sauce with salt. And you can add cream and cheese also. Let it melt and combine together. Next, we have to assemble. Just like the lasagna, we have to layer the ingredients. In a pan, first you have to put 1 cup of the sauce, and then add the spaghetti, and then the sauce, and then the spaghetti and the sauce, until you reach the level of the pan. Grated mozzarella cheese is added on top. Into the oven 375 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes, or until the cheese got bubbly. Dinner roll is waiting. We have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and we have to deduct 1/2 cup from it and add 3/4 cups of water to make a slurry, and then put it on the stove and cook it until it becomes into like a paste. This is what I'm talking about. Now it's getting thick and pasty. Then you have to turn off the stove and keep stirring so it won't get scorched, and set it aside. Instead of evaporated milk, we'll use condensed milk. So we have 1/4 cup lumpy yeast. Mix with flour. And then add our water dough or the slurry that we cooked and mix them all together. To the electric mixer with the once the dough got smooth, put it on a container with oil and then cover it and set it aside for an hour or until it doubles in size. Now it's time to work on the dough. And then we have to make into balls. Look at that. It's pretty. Here we go. We'll make small balls. If you want to make your sizes uniform, you can weigh this, but I don't mind weighing it this time. Now it's done. So it's time for us to put egg wash. 1 egg, beat it with 2 tablespoons of milk or water and brush it over your dough. And then set it aside and let it rise and put it in the oven 375 for 15 minutes or until your bread is browned. And here's our dinner roll. Smells good. I like eating it hot. Looks shiny. That's the effect of the egg wash. So here's the carbs overload for the crowd. We have the dinner roll, we have the spinach lasagna, and we have the spaghetti casserole. This bread is so fluffy and it bounces back when you press it. I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.